plain sight. Epstein was hiding in plain sight. We all knew about him. We all knew what he was doing. But we had no one that was, legal aspect that would go after him. They were afraid of him. For whatever reason, they were afraid of him.
I talked to President Trump man to man, eye to eye, on St. Patrick's Day about this and the Kennedy files and the King files. It was all one conversation. And he said, and I agree, there are a lot of names associated with Epstein that had nothing to do with Epstein's conduct. They maybe had lunch with him or maybe had some correspondence for one thing or another. If that name gets out, those people are destroyed.
Every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know.
Are you really stupid enough to believe I killed myself? Yes, I was transporting kids, and a bunch of rich, powerful people knew it, but I damn sure didn't kill myself. I'm too arrogant for that. Would you just please shut up, you disgusting Jeffrey Epstein? These dumb MAGA folks are starting to believe me. I know I'm a creep, but what about the people who's protecting the other creeps that's on the list? You need to think about that, and hell no, I didn't kill myself. Now you wait a minute, Jeffrey. I wrote Government Gangsters, so I'm really smart, but I don't believe anything I wrote. But Fox News thinks I'm smart, and my other friends think I'm smart. My mama and daddy think I'm smart. Don't worry, Jeffrey. All your secrets are secure with me. I'll make sure none of those secrets gets out, because my buddies is on the list. I want to thank my good buddy Donald Trump for making sure that the list doesn't get out. You knew that I had a damn list. You saw the list, but I want to thank you for protecting me. If we just can get that doctor of common sense to stop talking about how dumb I am, because the Donna has all the faith in the world in me, because I'm a good brain doctor. What about all my video evidence? Damn it, I understand I'm a pervert. But what about all the other perverts that I videotape in my house? Pam Bundy and Cash Patel want you to believe there's nothing there. Yeah, I know I was talking like a badass before I was appointed deputy director, but I only want to be the deep state's friends. Would you people please believe me? I'ma sit out and teach here. All the American people want to know is, when is somebody on the left going to be held responsible? When is somebody from Obama's administration going to be held responsible? You want to know why the Epstein files matter, Mr. President? You want to understand Cash Patel and Pam Bundy, why it matters so much? Because all of these years we've been getting some promise that somebody was going to do something. And we were under the impression that you were finally going to be the administration that would do it. See, you had the Fast and the Furious, where your government, Eric Holder and the Barack Obama administration, was slow-walking guns, allowing guns to go over to the drug cartel of Mexico. Eric Holder perjured himself, nothing ever happened to him. You had Benghazi, where we took out Gaddafi, 4 our men were killed. Trey Gotti over there barking like a dog with no teeth in his mouth. He didn't do anything. Then you had the Russian collusion Hillary was paying for. We knew she was paying for it. James Comey, the CIA director, John Brennan, all lied about it. They set the whole damn thing up. Then they got Bob Mueller to pretend like he was doing an investigation after they had submitted phony Pfizer warrants with the Pfizer court. Nothing ever happened. Nobody went to jail or anything. Hillary even wrote books after that. James Comey wrote books after that. John Brennan is on Miss NBC pretending to be an expert when even the Democrats know John Brennan is corrupt. You had the Summer of Love when they pretended like they were upset because George Floyd, quote, was taken out by a police officer, even though The autopsy proves the boy was full of that dope. And then, after you didn't do anything about all the rioters, we let him out of jail. We even paid some of them. So it was mostly peaceful, but let's not pay attention to that. Then you guys stole the 2020 election. Nobody's been held accountable for that yet. We know they stole it. We got the evidence to prove it. Then they stayed January the 6th and started arresting Americans who hadn't even done any damn thing. Some of them are still suffering, still blaming it on you. Nothing ever happened. Then they came up and tried to take Donald Trump off of all of the voter rolls. When that didn't work, they got 4 indictments. Got Jack Smith. Where's Jack Smith at anyway? Got Jack Smith and the rest, Fonnie Willis, Tish James, Big Face down in New York and Manhattan. We got all these phony cases filed against Donald Trump. When that didn't work, we tried to kill him. We got some inbred to try to blow his brains out. And then after they killed the inbred, they washed down the crime scene, cremated his body, and they said nothing happened. Joe Biden was taking bribes and kickback the whole time. They covered up the cognitive decline. Joe Biden somebody was signing the auto pen on behalf of Joe Biden. Nobody's been prosecuted for that. And right before you guys got in office, Cash Patel, Dan Bongino was talking like badass on the internet. What they gonna do on day 1, day 2? We need to get the Epstein files. Even President Trump said it may be some there. You get in office, you start stonewalling, you pretended like when they gave you this fake file that Pam Bundy was handing out to MAGA folks when she knew what no information was in them, handed these out, did a whole press photo op, then came back and says there's truckloads of things still there. The fellow over at the New York office of the FBI is holding this information. Pam Bundy says there's over 250 victims. There's thousands of hours of videos of perverts doing stuff to children. And then in the middle of the night, you release a statement saying Epstein killed himself. A former mobster was in that same cell. He says impossible. There's nothing to hang yourself from. They monitored you the whole damn time. But Cash Patel and Dan Bongino said he killed himself with no explanation. Pam Bundy said, we're through with this, the investigation is done. Then when an organization files a Freedom of Information Act, you said we're still investigating. You want to know why it matters? Because now we know that you're covering for somebody, and the president has said so. He said that some people may get hurt about some statements that's not true. What about the victims and the child molesters then? You can withhold all that. Anybody who's in, we just want to get the guilty people who's been molesting children. He said we can't show that to you because somebody may get hurt. So we've been waiting a long time. And by the way, they lied on the oath about Russian collusion. They lied on the oath about Hillary's server. Hillary lied on the oath, and nobody has went to jail yet. So if you want to know why the Jeffrey Epstein matters, that's the damn reason it matters, damn it. Give us the information.